Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of my Duke and I podcast. And if you remember in my last post, I did talk about not sitting by and allowing people to defame Meghan Markle and Prince Harry or talk about them in a negative way, particularly with lies, um, in in a way to try to destroy what they've built up or to get the public to dislike them. And I think that is the agenda. And as I said, if I could do anything, I am going to do everything that I can in my power to spread the word out there and to dispute some of the lies. Okay? Spreading the word, meaning that to accentuate the positive, because they are positive people, they're doing a lot for the world, and we need people like them, and to definitely refute the lies that are out there. So the other day, the Women of the Hub community posted on the 5th anniversary of the Grenfell fire. And, they just sort of said that Meghan left a nice message for them. And I think they posted a picture. And lo and behold, you had all the savages and the rangers landed on their Instagram account with so much negative, negative feedback or negative comments. And it's only the rangers that could, put those type of posts out there, because you have to be deranged for you not to see that one. When Meghan got involved with the Women of the Hub community kitchen, they were serving. After the fire, they needed that place to cook, and they literally was serving food 2 days a week. And with Meghan's help, particularly the book that she wrote, let me just show the book to people. If they haven't seen it, they should get a copy of it. When she wrote this book or put together their recipes in this book, The Women of the Hub, this book was able to bring in revenue where they created a brand new kitchen or renovated the kitchen, brand new kitchen. They also went from cooking 2 days a week to 7 days a week. And what I want to say is that Meghan's involvement with these women and the Hub community kitchen, it did a lot for these women. Okay, it also propelled some of these women to move in different avenues, to do businesses of their own. So not only were they able to get a new kitchen and to increase the number of days that food was being served, but she also empowered these women. And for anybody to criticize that and say, oh, it was because William will not went to the Hub community kitchen on the 5th anniversary, then Meghan decided to do something after that. No, whatever Kensington Palace or Buckingham Palace did before Meghan came was minuscule to what she did. She wrote a book. She gave them worldwide recognition, and that the money, that book was, how many copies of that book was sold to the point where these women were able to renovate the kitchen, not only renovating the kitchen, brand new everything, and what have you, and then extending the days that they were serving food. You cannot compare what had happened before Meghan get involved to what has happened now. Buckingham Palace did really, I'm not saying that they did not recognize the Grenfell fire, but they did very little in comparison to when Meghan got involved, okay? So to say, and she built relationship with these women. We have videos where these women was praising Meghan. She has a beautiful soul. She does things from the heart, and people can see that. And a lot of people want to take that away from her, but they're literally wasting their time. And so to insult these women and intimidate them and posting negative things, cannot and will not fans doing things like that is terrible. And not only did they attack the women of the Hub Instagram account, but going even further back, when before the Invictus game, you had a situation where in the build-up of the Invictus game, you had literally people, I don't know if they're paid by Buckingham Palace. I don't know if they're paid by the courtiers. I don't know if it's will not that is paying them or cannot that is paying them, because guess what? They don't have an Invictus game. They have nothing to show for all the 40 years that they have been on this planet. Now, Harry has something where he's doing something with veterans, these innocent veterans, these people that need all the help that they can get in the world. For you to come and leave negative comments because Harry is involved or Harry is the creator of this Invictus game, it's just terrible. It just shows the kind of people that is following will not and cannot, and it's, as I said, derangers, because anybody who goes on anybody's Twitter account where goodwill is being passed on to people that are disabled, veterans that are disabled, veterans that are putting their lives back together, and leave negative comments, you must be deranged. Something must be wrong with you, And then not only, that's two incidents where they flooded, organizations that Harry and Meghan is associated with negative posts. They also, I believe there was another incident where I think there was a mistake where some followers of Meghan or supporters of Meghan posted, I think it was a quote, accidentally thinking that it was hers, and then they swam that their social media account and sort of verbally abusing them. So that is that is three situations. No, there's a fourth one. Project Fearless, in the celebration of their 3rd-year anniversary, that organization which supports young girls, they flooded that too as well with negative feedback or negative comments, So it seems like and I just think it's a tactic of intimidation, trying to get people to disassociate themselves with Meghan and Harry, or if not that, what they're trying to do is, get people to not only disassociate, but to feel like they cannot post something positive out there about Meghan. They don't want the world to know what Meghan and Harry is doing. So this is a way of, intimidating people so that people wouldn't get the truth or get the message out there, but it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So what I'm hoping that these people learn is that there are ways that they can go around all of that. Turn off their comments, one, or have somebody just delete all the negative comments. And what we have to do as the Sussex Squad is go out there and put out all the just flood their social media accounts with positive positive comments, because how can you put down young girls? How can you put down women that are trying to get their lives back together, women that has lost or have lost families or whole family members? They're all their family members. How can you do that? It's heartless, and it's only deranged people, sociopathic people that does those types of things. But it is so funny because what is interesting here is that it just shows the type of people they are. Because if they want to go after anybody, they have right underneath their nose. My grandma used to say something: what you don't want to see in front of your door, it's under your bed. They have Prince Andrew, the Duke of York, who have literally destroyed or allegedly destroyed young girls' lives, children's lives, by sexually abusing them. And nobody is flooding his social media account. Nobody is flooding Buckingham Palace social media account. Nobody's going after them. I would say if anybody who has dignity, they should be going after Prince Andrew for what he did to this young woman, and eventually, and you don't settle a case if you're not guilty. You don't settle a case and pay millions of dollars, or allegedly millions of dollars, if you're not guilty about something. I wouldn't give up any money to anybody if I know I didn't do something. But the only time I would probably do so is if I know that I didn't want to face the stand and be exposed for the truth, or what I am. Like he did in that interview where he didn't have a defense. So he knows that he was going to go on that stand and he didn't have a defense. So guess what? He got his mama's money to pay off so that we would never hear or see him squirm on the stand. So, they really have their way of doing things. But that's what they should be doing. They should be going to all of the social media account of Buckingham Palace, of the of Andrew, and leaving negative comments there, telling him shame on him for doing that. Just like how the tongue that Andrew is named after, the Duke of York, the city of York said to him, no, we don't want you associating with us, right? That was a noble thing that they did. We don't want you associating with us. We don't want you to have the freedom to our city. We will not stand with somebody that has abused children or sexually abused children. We will not stand for that. So that is a noble thing. That is what those fans of will not and cannot should be doing. They should be going and taking an example of of that tongue, of York City, yes, and chastising Prince Andrew. And there's a lot going on with Prince Andrew as well. Charles and William, they're saying that they want him, to relinquish, although everything has been stripped of him already, including his title and all his charitable, I think those charitable organization that was associated with him, all of that was stripped from him, but he still wants to put himself forward there. And it seems that Charles and William is fighting him, and they're not fighting him because of what he did, the evil that he allegedly did. What they're fighting is for their reign. Charles has been waiting 70 years for him to become king. 70 years for him to become king, and he's because of the bad press of Prince Andrew, he's pushing Andrew out of the way, not because of what Andrew did, because at one point Sarah Ferguson had taken money from Epstein too, and all of them knew that Epstein had served 13 months in jail for soliciting a minor, a 14-year-old child, and he served 13 months in jail. So Sarah Ferguson knew she took money from him after the fact. Andrew went to his house, stayed in his boat, stayed wherever he was, hang out with him, knowing that he was a convicted sex offender, and yet and yet nobody questioned that, and now they're worried about their reign, and so they're trying to push him out of the way, not because of what he did, because of their own selfish reason for them to become king. They should have taken after him a long time ago and not now. Okay, so I say all of this to say that I think that they're misdirecting all of these fans out there of will not and cannot, Buckingham Palace, and all of those derangers out in England. They're directing their frustration or their anger towards the wrong person. Meghan has done nothing to them. Prince Harry has done nothing to them. The children has done nothing to them. They should be going after Andrew and Sarah Ferguson, the latter here, for taking money from Epstein, and for Andrew destroying young girls' lives, right? And taking away their innocence and their childhood from them by peddling them for whatever his desires were. So, he should definitely get out of the way for real, but not for the selfish reason that of Prince Charles and will not, right? He should get out of the way for the atrocity that he has done, not because it's a bad look, or the court of public opinion has already judged him, or whatever that they do. That is not the reason why he should get out of the way. He should get out of the way for the crime that he has done. Okay, and yes. So a lot is going on. So as I was in the store today, I saw this Us Weekly publication magazine, and it says here, Kate and Meghan, what really happened? What really happened? Clearly we can see that Kate is jealous of Meghan. She doesn't have Meghan's talent. She cannot speak like Meghan. She cannot come up with her own ideas like Meghan. So guess what? What you cannot be, you want, right? You covet, right? So she's jealous of Meghan. She wants to be like Meghan, or they want to use Meghan and lie about her, and she should just sit down there and work for them and make them look good while they enjoy all the spoils. Not Meghan. She's not having it. She can make her own money. She can go out there and come up with ideas, which she was doing even before she went into the royal family. So Cannot, who hasn't done anything for all the years that she's been in that royal family, and she just cannot stand the fact that Meghan is a shining star or a bright light next to her, So she's jealous. So what really happened is that Kate is jealous of Meghan. Okay? Meghan has done so much since she got married in the short couple of years since she got married to Harry, whereas Kate is just sitting down there and doing nothing, literally just dressing up and going out to different engagements. I don't know what that's going to do, but that's her thing, to each his own. Yes. And then the lies. Let's just touch lastly on the lies that the staff at Buckingham Palace created, about Meghan, saying Meghan is bullying them. Meghan is a sweet person. Everybody, I have countless videos of people who have encountered Meghan and the sweet comments that they've made about her, saying how she's so sweet, she's so selfless, she cares about people, she makes you feel like important, she makes you feel like you're the only person around her. And for people at Buckingham Palace, the smear campaign that they tried to create, and this is what always happens when you see you try to do bad to people. They say when you try to dig a hole for somebody, you might as well dig one for yourself too, because guess what? They try to destroy Meghan was coming out and Harry was coming out with their Oprah interview. And what did they try to do? Oh, they tried to come up with something to sort of take away the attention of that interview from, the truth that was really going to come out. Like how they literally made Meghan feel so horrible that she didn't want to exist no longer on this. That's a terrible, 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 terrible feeling to have in this world, to feel like you've been tortured and tormented to the point where you don't want to live. I felt so sorry to hear her say that. You don't do people those types of things. So guess what they tried to do? Oh, let's distract and let's come up with some lies. And then when we finish, we'll say, oh, we're going to investigate the lie, which we never do. And then you want to bury that lie, or you want to bury the phony investigation that you said that you were doing. Guess what? There's no investigation. They came up with nothing. And now they say it will never see the light of day. If I were Meghan, I would want to see it. And when she gets it, she should put it out there in public to clear her name. Okay? I don't buy it. I don't buy that the fact that they're saying that, oh, we don't want any trouble. Oh, you don't want trouble now. You wanted trouble then. Okay? So now you're like, oh, let's get rid of it. Let's have some peace. No, we don't want peace. We don't want that kind of peace when at the end of the day, people are thinking there's something in that report that makes Meghan look bad, so therefore you don't want to release it. It's just all manipulation that these people are using. We're not having it. We want that report, because guess what? That report will show that you guys really lied. Okay? You guys really lied at Buckingham Palace. All of you guys, conniving little liars. And guess what? You have nothing to prove. You have nothing to prove. So you pretend now that there's something and you want to make peace. No, we want to sit. And Meghan should get her lawyers out there and demand that you guys provide that report. And when she gets it, you know what she should do? She should make sure that it comes out to the public. Okay? Guys, thanks for listening. Don't forget to like and subscribe. This was my first literally long conversation. I hope I get better as I go along. And I hope that I could do some live shows where I could have all of you guys participating, because you know what? We have to take these people on. We have to expose them. We have to tell people about them. And I was doing that for a while now until I stopped, right? But I'm going to pick up right where I left off, because those royal reporters, they may probably remember me when I put all their faces out there and caused people and the Sussex Squad to stop going to their Twitter account and stop liking their things. And little do you know, eventually they didn't have people. All their numbers went down. People left them. Their things were getting very little like. So you know what? I'm gonna take them on. I'm gonna take on all those lies of the Sun, the Daily Fail, the Express. Having all those interviews, or always referring to, was that Neil Shun that has been on YouTube? How do you quote somebody on YouTube as a credible source? Mind-boggling, crazy. 5 articles about Meghan, all quoting Neil Shun from YouTube. Really? This is just like nuts, and I'm here for it all. Thank you, people. I'm just rambling on. Bye.